What's going on YouTube? DIY Bill here. Today I'm going to go ahead and do a review of the Google Wi-Fi. Before I get into that, first thing is first. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead now and review the Google Wi-Fi. First, I'm going to start out by saying that the Google Wi-Fi is awesome. I'm telling you, I put in a video, an unboxing and setup about 3 days ago that I would wait about a month or 2 months to go ahead and do a review. I couldn't wait that long. I noticed that night the speed and the coverage is just outstanding. And then the app is fantastic. So after I promote Google Wi-Fi for a few minutes here, I'll show you what the app looks like. But my internet speeds are blazing, is what Google calls it. They're on fire. I'm getting over 300 down, and I'm getting right around 20 up. So it's fantastic. Okay, so this is what the access point looks like. The Google Wi-Fi looks like. I said in a previous video I bought a 4-pack from Costco for a pretty good deal. Yeah, so it's a cylinder little device. It's about 4 inches up off of the ground. There's a light in this slot right here that you can actually control the brightness through the app, which I'm really liking this light because it acts as a night light, you know, through your house. So I've got 4 of these pods, and you know, it's like a landing pad if you want to go to the bathroom or something. So okay, underneath here you have 2 Ethernet ports and 1 USB-C. The first Google Wi-Fi that you connect, that you set up, will be your router. That will connect to your modem. So you want to connect the first Ethernet port to your modem, and then you'll connect the rest mesh through the app. So there's a standalone Ethernet port on the other side here, and that's if you wanted to hardwire like a laptop or a computer, or if you have a switch, you want to go ahead and connect a switch. I actually do. I have a little 8-port switch, and I connected that up to my switch, and blazing fast internet speeds. So yeah, it's a smooth little device. So on the back here also there's a button, and I haven't hit this button yet. I'm pretty sure it's a reset button or a restart button for the Google Wi-Fi. But that's it. It's a pretty cool little sleek little device. I have 4 of them set up around my house. I have one right here, which is my kitchen living room area. I also have one down in the basement. I have one in my front office. So I have 2 on my first floor, 1 in my basement, and then I have 1 in the hallway on the 2nd floor of my house. My dead spots are eliminated. I do not have dead spots anymore. This access point I put in my kitchen living room area because directly at back I had a major dead spot out there. If I'm cutting the grass or if I go into the garage, I mean, it's really choppy, slow speeds. And this thing, I've got full bars. I can probably go outside of my yard. There's a whole bunch of trees. I could probably go on the other side of those trees and still have a solid internet connection. My basement is fully covered now. I have some devices down there as well, and they're full connected. They're getting the fastest internet speeds that they possibly can. 2nd floor is totally covered, and then in my 3rd floor, same thing, totally covered. So these things, they handle pretty good amount of coverage. I've got 4, might be a little bit of overkill, but I had a deal. So okay, let's go ahead and show you the app. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now, open the Google app up. So I'll go right to my Google folder. I'll select the Google Wi-Fi app. Here's the application. When you first open it up, it takes you to your internet. Right at the gate, it tells you that Ramsey is online. That's the name of my wireless. Tells you that I have 4 Wi-Fi points connected, and that 23 devices are connected to my network, or have connected to my network. So I have about 24, 25 devices right now that will, at some point throughout the day, connect to my network. There's only one right now that's online, and that is the Apple TV 2. I'm streaming some television right now. If I click on that device, it tells me how many megs that it's using down and how many up. So that's real time right now. And then if I go to the details of this device, it tells me which access point that it's connected to. So it's connected in my basement, which is correct, where I have that Apple TV. It tells me the IP address, the MAC address of the actual device, and then which wireless connection that it's actually connected to. So Google Wi-Fi is smart enough to figure out whether or not your device needs to connect to 5 gigs or 2.4 gigs. And since I'm streaming television right now, and it's got a solid connection, it knows to automatically say, hey, go ahead and give this device 5 gigs. I can also edit the name. So what I did was I went through all of the devices and I made sure that I edited the name. So I can go ahead and click edit, and if I want, I could take that out. I could put whatever I want in there. This way you can monitor the devices that are on your network. Guest bedroom, here's my Chromecast Ultra. It's not connected right now, but you know, again, here's the details. This gets a little even more detailed outside of the device that it's connected to. That's kind of funny, that's on the second floor and it's connected to the kitchen device, but maybe since it's directly above the kitchen, that's the strongest wireless that it's getting. MAC address, 5 gigs. The vendor is Google and the type is Chromecast Ultra. So the Google Wi-Fi automatically detected what kind of a device it is and what type of a device it is and put that in there for me. So let's go back out of here. Okay, so let's connect to the 4 Wi-Fi points. So here are office is the primary. Here's the 4 connections. Basement is downstairs, that's connected mesh. Hallway, that's upstairs, that's connected mesh. And then kitchen, which is right here, that's connected mesh as well. So if I click on one of these devices, you can see right off the top is the light brightness. So I can actually increase the brightness of that light or decrease it. I usually keep them low, but you know, at nighttime, if you want to, again, make it a night light, you can. I can restart the device from here. I can move the location if I wanted to remove it, or I can remove it. And then it gives you the details of the device, the software version, you know, how it's connected and so forth. I can also test my mesh connection or my mesh network from here. So let's go ahead and test that out, and it's going to tell me how strong of a connection that I have with the access points that are connected to each other. So the mesh network test is completed, and as you can tell, everything is great so far. Okay, so let's go ahead now and test the wireless. Select the 3rd tab, and let's go first option right here, network check. Let's go ahead and test the internet. So I'll go ahead and select, before I was getting right around 20 or 30 megs down and maybe 4 up. So the internet was real choppy. As you can see here, it's telling me my internet speed is blazing fast and that I can stream in SD, HD, or 4K. I'm getting 308 down and 19 up. That's what's coming into my house. I can also test individual speeds to each device. So I'm going to test the Wi-Fi to all my wireless devices. This is a pretty cool feature too. So let's go ahead and select that feature. And now it's going to go ahead and connect to each one of my devices that are online, and it'll connect my speed. I've got some devices that get over 400 down, and I mean that's fantastic. So this is my wife's iPad, which is always slow. That's getting 82 down. And you can see that the Chromecast is getting over 300. Or see my Apple TV 2 right there, 400, 418. I mean, that is just crazy. I have another Apple TV that's getting, here we go, close to 400, 372. Here's my cell phone, 350. So out of the 23, it tested 19. That's pretty fantastic. So let's go ahead and go back. So I can also prioritize the device. So if I wanted to say, hey, the Shield, your priority right now. If I have a bunch of things that are connected to my network and I want to watch TV on my Shield, I can prioritize that for 1 hour all the way up to 4 hours, 1, 2, and 4 hours. Here, let's go to network in general. So again, this is just an advanced tab. Shows you my wireless network, my access points. I can get it really advanced into the networking side of it. There's no need to, but I could if I wanted to. So it tells me who the manager. So when you initially create the account or set up the Google Wi-Fi, the first individual setting that account up will be the owner. So I set it up so I'm technically the owner, and then I can add managers. So I added my wife as a manager, and she has the same features that I do. You got some app support and details, you have privacy, and then your email notifications. So I can go ahead and set up notifications. Let's go back out of here. Family Wi-Fi is pretty cool. I'm not going to set this up right now, but I'll do it when my nieces and nephews come over, just to torture them a little bit. But I can pause individual devices. I can pause the entire Wi-Fi, but I could also just pause, iPads, my niece and nephew's iPad, if they're playing too much on it, or their cell phone, or my wife's cell phone, or whatever. And you could do that for like dinner time, and maybe I'll set up some things at Christmas and Thanksgiving. But you can set up the family Wi-Fi. I could also, on that family Wi-Fi, I can say, block XYZ websites on this device. So if you wanted to really, block some adult websites or, things like that, you can do that. That's a pretty cool feature. I can also set up a guest Wi-Fi network. So if you don't want people to have your password for your current network, you can go ahead and set up a guest one. And I'm pretty interested in setting that up for parties and events and things like that. And then home control. Home control is if you have the smart light bulbs and the smart electrical sockets, you can add those to this device. I don't have any of them just yet, but I will in the future. Let's click this. This first tab gives you, it just gives you some information. It tells me what my most recent download or my internet speed was. It shows me that I'm all set up. I can check the network from here. It tells me, how to set up a guest Wi-Fi, family Wi-Fi. Just gives me some information. I can also, if I have, trouble with my Wi-Fi, I can click Wi-Fi support. Shows me how to set up the Wi-Fi. I mean, this app is awesome. If you can spend $250, $290, whatever the price is, I recommend it. Dead spots are eliminated. My internet speed, I'm getting what I'm supposed to get. And I have full coverage. I can stream 4K on 3 separate televisions at the same exact time while surfing the internet on my cell phone or my laptop. So I'm absolutely recommending this to everyone and anyone if you can get it. But the Google Wi-Fi is awesome. Awesome. Okay, so if I could help anybody out, I hope I did. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave that below. And like always, do not forget to smash the subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe, and hopefully I helped somebody out. And thank you for watching. DIY Bill out.